Welcome to a channeled guidance pick a card tarot reading with messages from deceased loved ones. It's a pick a card, pick a pile reading. This is your card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. And as you make your selection among the 3 cards, please focus your mind on who you would most like to hear from. We never know whether the person you most want to hear from is the person who will come through. But by focusing your mind, I think there's always a greater chance that you will hear from your special person. All right, card number 1, card number 2, card number 3. Let's go. Welcome, group 1. Okay, so for each one of these readings, group 1, I'm going to be choosing a Chakra Wisdom Oracle card, which we will get to at the end of the reading. And then drawing from a few different tarot decks to see what we get in messages from your deceased loved one. Okay, let's see what we have. All right, group 1. So right away, I've got an extra one here that I also want to draw. Let's see, we'll put him over here. Okay, so we're hearing from possibly, okay, remember, this is a group reading, so I'm always going to give a few different options that may apply to different persons. So when I start off this reading and I tell you who I see coming through, you're going to know whether this applies to you or whether it doesn't. And if this is not a person or persons that seem like someone that you know who has passed, then please check out my readings for group 2 and group 3, because maybe one of those will apply more to your situation. But right away, calling out to me, Knight of Cups and 2 of Cups in reverse. So is there someone whom you were in a love relationship with who has passed? So that would be situation number 1. That this reading might apply to you. Situation number 2, we have the Strength card and the Hermit card, 2 major arcana cards. That means that these are cards that are important and may apply to your life path as a whole. The card you chose is the Magician card. May be a person who you think of as having a magical effect on your life. This could be that magical grandparent, that magical parent, that magical friend who always made things fun. Always you just felt like was this shining example, this person that you wanted to be more like, this person that just stood out to you as someone so special. Could be an aunt, could be an uncle. So do you have that person in your life, that magical person who has passed? So we're looking at a love relationship, possibly. We're looking at a magical person who is your person. And then I also want to turn to these 2 major arcana cards. So I'm reading that these cards may apply to you or may apply to your person or both of you. So the Hermit and the Strength card, is your person someone who bore up under all kinds of adversity, who was a very wise person, who went through a lot of really tough stuff in his or her lifetime and had that wisdom and perhaps shared that wisdom with you, who always had that right, correct advice for you? All right, so if any of those apply, you may be in the right place. So hang on with me as we go through this reading a little bit more. So this person is looking at some failed relationships or some broken relationships in your life, and wants you to have the strength to keep going, and wants you to also turn within based on any difficulties that you've had in your life so far. Your person wants you to turn within and get the wisdom from what's happened so far. So your person does not want you to keep grieving, but wants you to look back over your life and every challenging circumstance that has happened, or maybe is even happening now, and see what does Divine Spirit want you to learn and take away from this experience. So what do you have that is going to, that the knowledge you've gained is going to help your life be so much happier going forward? We're looking at feeling like maybe there are certain things you've given up on, and the person who's coming through in this reading right now, this deceased, departed loved one, just wants you to know it's not the time to give up. This loved one is almost like a little disappointed and saying like, really, you're already giving up? Don't give up. Oh, really? You've closed the door on this or that thing in your life, and you're thinking like you're already feeling like life has disappointed you. This loved one is saying, it's not the time. Okay, how do I know this? It's not the time to give up. You should be giving up on nothing, okay? Better things are coming for you. And why do I say this? Because of the Seven of Cups. There are so many choices. This loved one wants you to know there are so many choices available to you. If you think that there's been a loss of a relationship and you can never love again, if you're thinking that things have just been too hard, you're not strong enough to deal with all of the things that are going on. If you're feeling like, I just don't want to try anymore. This loved one is saying, come on, grow up. Don't be so immature. Come on. This loved one is just saying, really, no, this is not who you are. There's so much waiting for you. You can have whatever you want most in life, but, this loved one is saying, but you have to learn the lessons. This is maybe a time to go within. Like this particular representation of the hermit it's the tortoise within the shell. So this is that time to go within and say, okay, what was I meant to learn from the situations I went through? Because this person on the other side is saying, this is the whole deal. This is the whole deal, to learn from the situations that you face while there's still time to put these learnings into practice. So someone speaking, saying, for me, I learned everything and I saw everything clearly at the end. When I couldn't go back, when there wasn't enough time for me to go back. This doesn't have to be the case for you. You have plenty of time. You still have plenty of time. Live it. Live your life. Live everything that you have the opportunity to live. This person is saying, life is so sweet, you don't understand how much sweetness is left there for you. And it's not very far away. Just learn the lessons. And this loved one is saying, they don't want the lesson to be to give up and be bitter. They want the lesson to be, hey, I'm stronger than I thought I was. I can do this thing. And the loved one wants you to know that he or she is with you. So if you're wondering whether this person is still seeing you, is still with you, whether you can call on this person still to help you, this person is saying, I am here for you. No, ask me, I will guide you. Okay, so let's turn to the Chakra Wisdom card and let's see what Oracle card we also have for you. And it's the sixth chakra, the third eye chakra, intuitive perception. So this is just part of the messages, part of the messages from your person to you. And affirmations for you. I know that what my intuitive senses tell me are true. I open myself to the truth that is within and around me, and I know that it is there for me to receive. I practice developing my intuition, and I know it's a major aspect of who I am. In the stillness and silence of meditation and contemplation, I will experience and know the truth. So I feel like this card goes hand in hand. The big message. What's the big takeaway from this reading for you? Go within and ask yourself, what are the lessons? And when you interpret what those lessons are, don't interpret them in the way of bitterness. Well, it just means I should never try again. It just means that, all relationships are bad. It just means that all men will cheat on me. It just means that I wasn't cut out for that career. No. So just remember, the big takeaway is that this loved one who's speaking to you is saying, I am here also. I will help you. I have the knowledge that maybe I didn't get to apply in life, but now I can share with you. All right, group one. Hey, if this reading hit home with you at all, would you please leave me a comment and just let me know who came through for you and whether it was helpful. And if this didn't seem like the message for you, please check out group 2 and group 3, and let's see what comes through for those groups. Hey, if you would like to see more of these kind of videos, please subscribe, please like this video. Those are 2 good ways to stay in touch. And thank you for being here with me for this channeled guidance, sending you lots of love and blessings. Welcome, group 2. Let's pull a bunch of cards for you. The card that you chose is the Fool. Okay, represented in this particular deck by the dandelion. We're going to get into a little bit of what the Fool represents. So don't think it represents that someone in your life was a fool or that you are a fool. That's not what it means at all. But let's get some cards on the table and we'll get into this more and more. The first thing I'm selecting is a Chakra Wisdom card for you, and we're going to get to that at the end of the reading. And let's see what we've got. So I'm pulling from a few different decks as I usually do. Okay, so we don't have all the cards on the table yet, but it might be, yep. So this reading is for you if you wanted to hear from an older person in your life. A male, likely to be a male figure in your life. So if you were not looking to hear from a father figure or an older relative or an older person in your life, then hey, check out my reading for group 1 and group 3 and see whether that reading might apply more to who you were wanting to hear from. But since you did choose this card, sometimes someone comes through who is not who you expected to hear from. So if that is the case, hey, just hang out with me a little bit longer and let's hear what this person has to say for you. So my eye immediately is drawn toward the Magician card. So this could mean that this person who is coming through in this reading was this magical type of person who knew how to make things happen. Could have been a business person, but I'm thinking maybe not, because the King of Cups is the card that is coming through here. So I'm thinking that this was an emotional person. This may have been a person who wasn't able to stay on the same track for too long, so went after one career, one line of work, and then stopped in midstream and did something else. This might also be a person who couldn't stay in a relationship very long. So this might be somebody who, if this is a father figure for you, might have left the family, started a second family, might have even started a third family. But it's also a person who I feel did pretty well for himself in this life. So this may be a person that you were not particularly close with in this life, And again, another reason that I'm saying this is we've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So this is not a person who's stuck in one place. This is not a person who you could count on for years and years at a time. This was someone who was constantly changing, whose ideas and attitudes and desires and wishes were constantly in flux and changing. So what does this person want to say to you? This person is wanting to come through and say to you, please don't do what I did. Okay, but why is this person saying this? Because things worked out pretty well for this person in terms of what he wanted. Even though he was constantly changing his mind, even though he didn't stick with things the way you may have wanted him to do, or other people in his life wanted to do. He wasn't secure at all times. So money was coming and going, but yet it always worked out okay for him in the end. And I think it was because of his charismatic personality, and it was because of his ability, the necessity he had to go with the flow, to just keep flowing. Things, what he knew was things are always changing, and it's okay to go with that. But he sees that this is not what you need in life. So this is one of those readings where I'm going to have to grab some more cards. So bear with me while I do a little bit of shuffling. Okay, so why is this? Oh, here comes a jumper. Why was this good for him and it's not good for you? Because depending on who this person is in your life, this may be getting your anger up a little bit. Really, how does this person dare to give me any advice if he wasn't even there for me? And so forth. Okay, so we had one that jumped out of the deck right away, so let's just grab this guy and see what we have. Page of Pentacles. Okay, so he sees that you are at the beginning of your career and life journey. And he sees that you are a completely different type of person than he was. So he's trying to tell you, please don't follow in my footsteps. Even if this was really a romantic character in your life that you're kind of mesmerized by him, wondering more about what he was like and why he wasn't there. And, I'm seeing this as a romantic figure in your life. And he's saying, what worked for me, remember, we're going to go back to this Fool card. What worked for me in just following my inclinations, he sees is not going to be right for you. So before I even draw any more cards down here, let's just go back a little bit to this Fool card. So what we have in telling you more about this person, we have the Fool, which is 0 in the very first card in the Major Arcana, followed by 1, the Magician. His life path, this departed loved one, his life path was all things are new. He's kind of like your typical Aquarian. He's just exploring, he could also, it's also kind of a Sagittarian, perhaps, character, where he's just exploring. He's here to experience, let the chips fall where they may. He's learning the magic of life, the magic of the situation. He does not feel that he was here to support anybody else, to help build a dynasty. He wasn't here for his children or his family members. That is not how he sees it. That was not his reason for being born into this world. So what does he see for you? Okay, he says, you're completely different, and the way that what worked for him will not make you happy in the end. Okay, before even drawing more cards, what I'm feeling coming from him is for your life. He wants you to have that total stability. He wants you to work to have complete stability, complete safety, complete security. And he sees that you need to work hard in order to do that. Now, hard, not working hard. He wants you to stay on track in a way he didn't. Partly because of people like him, he's saying, you have a need for security that he did not have. Okay, let's see, can we say more? Yeah, he's just saying the one thing over and over and over. He's got like one message for you. All right, so without stability in your life, you're not going to have the happiness, you're not going to have the victories that you want. He's so worried for you that you're going to come to the end of your life and be so disappointed. Whereas he's saying he would have been happy in life whether he ever had ended up with any money or not. He would have been happy in life just bopping around and experiencing things. But he really is afraid that he sees, here's the potential. He sees you with a happy home, with happy relationships, in the sun, in a beautiful setting. He sees you, and like, here's two people celebrating, and they're almost like they're celebrating this one's victory. So he sees that having the victory and the approval and the love of family and friends is going to be so important to you. He sees you as being able to be the leader of your people, whether that means that you're going to be married and have a family, or whether it just means the love and approval and close-knit family and friends that persist for you over a lifetime. He did not do that and have that, but he says that you need that. So let's go to the chakra card. And the one that was selected for you, the fourth chakra, the heart chakra, the acceptance of self. So let's see what it says. These chakra wisdom cards give you some affirmations that you may want to use yourself. And it says, it's time to rejuvenate myself by giving myself love. I accept myself the way I am, and I remind myself that I cannot feel any better about life than how I feel about myself. I will not wait a moment longer to accept myself. I honor what my body is asking for, and if I am unsure, I will ask myself, what can I do to be healthier and more balanced than I am now? I dwell upon all that is right in my life, not what is wrong, and I have gratitude. I accept my life as it is now, and I move forward from here. Okay, so I like to try to tie these chakra cards in to the overall message from your loved one, from your departed loved one so far. So you are you, and it's great to be you. It's great to be you just the way you are. He was completely different. And it's okay to think about him. It's okay to wonder about him. Hopefully this reading may have given you some insight into this person, who he was, why he did what he did, why he lived the life he lived, and that this life might feel really romantic to you. But his message to you is, it's great to be you as you are. You don't need to be the person he was to be magical and charismatic and exciting. You already are amazing the way you are. And he wants you to have these things. He did it in the negative. We had these cards in reverse. He doesn't want you to miss out by trying to be someone that isn't right for you and what your happiness will be. So did this make any sense to you? If it didn't, please check out my readings for Group 1 and Group 3, and maybe those will come through for you a little bit better. Remember, this is a group reading, so It would be much different if we were doing a one-on-one reading together, but since this is group reading for the collective, sometimes one group that you did not choose will set better for you. But if this did come through, would you leave me a message, leave me a comment below, and just let me know who came through for you and whether the message was on point or whether the message made sense to you. And please subscribe and like this video if you would like to see more tarot videos from me coming through to your feed. All right, thank you so much for being with me, sending you lots of love and blessings. Welcome, group 3. So let's see what we have for you. You selected, actually, the Death card. So this is a very special death card representing Dia de los Muertos and ancestor reverence in the fall time of the year. So let's see what we've got for you. First thing I'm picking is a Chakra Wisdom card for you. And we'll take a look at this at the end of the reading. And let's pull a few different cards from a few different decks. Ooh, yikes, we've got the Tower. Aha, but you're in control, somewhat, of what happens here. Let's see if we've got any idea who is speaking, which ancestor is coming through for you. Okay, so this has been a really interesting pick a card, messages from deceased loved ones, because in all of the 3 readings, male figures came up. Okay, so this is deceased loved ones, masculine version. Okay, so here's what we're seeing here. We've got the Knight of Swords. We have under that the 7 of Swords in reverse. We've got the Knight of Wands in reverse. And then we've got a couple of cards that we can interpret as relating to the deceased loved one, and also possibly to you. So as I go through this reading and get about halfway through, if this does not resonate with you at all, please check out my readings for group 1 and group 2, because maybe one of those, since these are group readings, maybe one of those will be more on point to someone that you recognize from beyond. So this, we're looking at a rash person who acts before he thinks and may have had a mean streak, may have had a little bit of a violent streak. And 7 of Swords in reverse, let me give you a good look at it, might have been a little unscrupulous, might have been not the most honorable person. So this is a person who just cared more about himself than anybody else around him. Felt like, if I don't fight for myself, nobody else will. Every man for himself. This was not get the women and children in the life rafts first. This is the person who pushes the women and children out of the way and pushes all the other men out of the way too and saves himself first. So this is the kind of character we are looking at. He was not someone who would be counted on to support others in his life. This is your ultimate runaway dad or runaway husband. This is your ultimate bully in some ways as well. So if there is someone in your past with a lot of problems in self-control, a lot of problems in anger management, felt that one of these people that, they're all against me, conspiracy theorist, this kind of person, just felt like everyone in life was out to get him. This is who we're talking about here. So if you know no one like this in your life, I would say this is the time to bail, my friends, and go to group 1 and group 2. But since this is my 3rd reading, I can now tell you that this is all about, every one of these readings today was about a male figure. So if you only want to hear from a female figure in your life, or you're looking to hear from a child in your life, I have other readings in my deceased loved ones playlist that will give you contact with other people other than deceased adult guys, which this reading ended up being about. Okay, so what he is saying, and this is obviously one that I'm going to have to pull some extra cards, so let me just get shuffling on them right now. So his life path may have ended up being pretty disastrous for him, or he may be warning you that if you have some of the same tendencies, he would not advise you to be the way he was. The other thing, before we even start drawing more cards on this question, the card below it, the Four of Cups, is saying that he may have had a lot more choices than he thought he did, but definitely you do. So he's saying, number one, don't be like me, and number two, your life has a lot more love and opportunities in it than his did, especially if you decide you're not going to let any negativity from the past claim a hold on you now. So if this is a person who you've kind of been fighting with in your mind for years maybe, and it's not getting any better since this person passed away, this person wants to tell you, forget about me. I was a jerk, and now I'm dead. So big deal. Don't let me ruin another minute of your life. You know, I'm out of it. I'm out of here. Take care of yourself. Your outcome can be so much different if you only let go of me. I'm not worth it, he says. You know, I get this feeling like he's the same guy, even from beyond the grave. You know, it's not like he's all like touchy and feely now and, oh, I did wrong, I'm so sorry. He's like unrepentant, he doesn't care. But you know, since if this is a person that still gives you some mental torment, he at least wants to throw you a bone and say, look, you know what, I'm not worth it, I was never worth it. So now, from that standpoint, he's saying, let's take a look at one of my favorite cards in the tarot deck, the Four of Cups. And notice how there's been so many things offered to this person, and this person just won't look at it. This person is saying to you, look at all of the blessings you already turned down because you were so busy thinking about me, and I'm a piece of garbage. And there's still a lot being offered to you. But why not look at all of the ways your life can be great than to be focusing on me? Okay, so let's go. Let's get a couple more here. Now, I don't think this guy, doesn't care what happens to you. He's just saying, wise up and be an adult. There's so much sweetness for you here. There's so many people who will treat you better than I ever did. Okay, so, I've got the High Priestess in reverse, and since I already know that the vast majority of my viewers are women, I'm going to interpret this last one for my women viewers. So right on top of this one, we had the Four of Cups. We already said, look, so many things are being offered to you, and you're not even seeing them, and you're turning them down because you're focused on what a rat this guy was, and maybe you think all men are also rats like this as well. And there's so much happiness, there's so much friendship, there's so many good people. Not all people are like him. He's saying, hardly anybody is as bad as I was, he's saying. I'm the minority. I'm the bad sheep. I'm the black sheep, he's saying. Most people are not like me. Most people are like this. Most people are full of love. And also he's saying, you're giving up your power. You're giving up your own wisdom. You're not even using the great mind that you have because you're stuck on this thing. He says, stop thinking about me. Let me go. And as soon as you accept your own power, instead of thinking that, well, my life is bad because my dad or my whoever wrecked it for me and, I can never forgive. And now, he says, you're paying for my bad actions with your life. Let's just do one more. Wait, I gotta get a really good cut here. Nope, that's the one that wanted to come out. Okay. Yeah. So then we've got the Emperor. So we've got life path cards here. We've got the High Priestess in reverse. We've got the Emperor in reverse, and like they're connected. Okay. So he's saying, I was a big loser, and don't come down the same path. He wants you to go to the light and the happiness. And so what should you be looking for? What should you be looking for? So now this is me, your tarot reader, speaking, not him, but just interpreting everything that has come up here. What should you be looking for? Only look at the light. Only look at the opportunities and the blessings. Like magnify every blessing. What is being offered to you? Notice in both these cards, things are being offered to you. And here, you're not accepting it. And here, you are accepting it. So say yes. Magnify the good. Every time something good comes into your life, a good person, a good opportunity, a good friend, something that falls into your lap for free. We see so many good things falling into your lap for free if only you will look at them. This is the big message in this reading. Forget about this stuff. This is not a helpful ancestor or a helpful departed loved one that you can turn to who's going to give you advice. This person's unrepentant. He's the same now that he is beyond this life. He's the same as he ever was, or at least he is at this point in his development. So this is where he is. He doesn't want to change. This is not someone that, oh, please tell me why you did what you did, or that, that you should be talking to as you do things around the house and trying to get through to him. You couldn't get through to him in life, and you're not going to get through to him now. Sometimes we just have to let go. And we've got this ominous Tower card. So we've got a third major arcana card here in the reading. And it's too strong a message to say that your life is going to be destroyed if you don't stop thinking about this person or this relationship, or this could have even been sexual abuse. This could be so many different things. But I think it's too strong to just say you're going to lose everything this way. But this is a powerful card telling you that focusing on this relationship or this negative experience or what this person did to you is poison in your life when there's so much beauty and such a happy life here for you, for the taking. Okay, chakra wisdom card. Let's see what this one has to say. First chakra, base chakra, patience is the name of the card. As I observe in nature, so these are affirmations for you. As I observe in nature, growth takes time. This is a time for reflection, persistence, and surrender. As things unfold at their own pace, I remain calm and tolerant during any challenging times. I develop quiet hope and expectations based on trust, both in myself and in a higher power. So what does this card say to us in the context of this reading? That maybe you're not going to be able to let go of this situation all at once. So have patience and love for yourself as you just start to break the bonds that this person has held over you, little by little. When this person comes to mind, or when horrible memories related to this person come to mind, then just on a moment-by-moment basis, just release them and say, this will go no place good for me. What can I focus my vision on instead at this moment that is good, is praiseworthy, is happy? So just keep taking your view, your mind, your memories away from this person and gently, patiently bring them toward something that is happy. Something that you love about your life now. Something that you love about situations or people in your life right now. And little by little, you get, what is the base chakra? It's that sense of security and rootedness, like that I am fine. No matter what happens, I am secure. I am happy. That's what you want to be moving toward. All right, did this have anything to say to you personally, group 3? If it did, please leave me a quick comment below. Let me know if you feel appropriate. Let me know who was speaking to you in this reading and if it was helpful to you at all, or if you have further questions about it. All right, and if you did enjoy this tarot reading, please think about subscribing and like this video, because those are 2 important ways that more of my tarot videos will turn up coming across your YouTube feed more often than if you didn't. All right, sending you lots of love and blessings. Thank you for being here.